Were you a big fan, like everyone else, of Big Little Lies and the author Leanne Moriarty prior to looking at the script?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I had read. I've read all her books over the last 10 years, and I had read Nine Perfect Strangers when it was first released, as soon as it came out, because I'm a huge fan of her writing. And then, of course, I watched how her work translates to screen with Big Little Lies, and thought that was like everybody else. That's just absolutely, I mean, how incredibly entertaining that was, and layered and deep and complex. And when I heard that she was writing, when I heard that Nine Perfect Strangers was going to be brought to the screen, I thought, well, it's perfect. It's great material, and it's huge though. It's just so big, such a large ensemble, so many intricate, complex journeys for all the characters. I think it translated really beautifully
Yes.
for the screen.
Yes, it definitely did. So can you tell us a little bit about Heather, your character, and how she ends up at this Tranquillium house?
Yeah. Yes. So when we meet Heather has when we meet her at Tranquillum House, she's really at a point in life where the grief of losing a child 3 years earlier has spiked in a way that she just can't push down anymore, I don't think. And the disconnect she feels with her husband and her child Zoe, whose birthday they've come to celebrate at Tranquillum House, and try and reconnect with each other. I think the disconnect that she feels leaves her not thinking that she can keep going, really. So it's pretty dark.
Yes.
And she has a husband that in Napoleon that rallies the family constantly. It's his way of dealing with the grief and the loss of his son, to rally. Come on, Heather, come on, we can do it, we can do it. And she just can't take it anymore. I think she feels, really stifled by it, and he can't take her grief anymore. So they've got this family unit that actually probably really thrived before this tragic event, but that no longer know how to.
Mm-hmm.
So there begins a very big journey, really, through the 8 episodes.
Definitely. And you give some really incredible performances in each episode, just from the enlightenment to the grief. I mean, so powerful. How did you tap into Heather, and were there any challenges portraying this role?
Yeah, there were definite challenges. Challenges I wanted, though. I think the biggest challenge was having to move through the feelings of something that to me is unimaginable, the loss of a child. So it was really about trying, most of the time, pushing my own emotion down to be able to deliver the journey that Heather needed to go on, which wasn't always really low. Sometimes it was enlightening, and she was able to explore a lighter side of her that may have been there before she lost her son. I loved the roller coaster of that. I found that challenge really rigorous, but also great.
Mm-hmm. And there's so many very heavy issues, and it makes you think about what's important in life and self-love and what we value, and what secrets we hold on to. What did you learn
Doesn't
about?
it? Yeah.
Yes, very much so. What did you learn about yourself, or people in general, or the mind? What did you take away from the whole series?
Oh, look, do you know what? So many things. And you always take away things from a project. But with this project, because it explored so many different themes that feel so timely at the moment, I think I certainly, the importance of connectedness and connection with other people feels so important at the moment with what we're all living through universally. I think that really came home, and that felt very timely to explore, I guess, and to be reminded of that. our environments may be different, but our experiences may be different. But what we're all reaching for is that connection with other human beings. And at a time where it's easy to feel isolated at the moment, I thought a lot about that. And I think I learned quite a bit about that too.
Mm-hmm.
Just about gratitude, you know.
Definitely. And you worked with such an amazing cast, from Nicole Kidman, your set family, Michael Shannon and Grace Van Patten. What was it like working with each one? Was there just a takeaway from each one that you worked closely with?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't know where to start. I mean, all of them are just brilliant at what they do. Everyone in the ensemble had an incredible work ethic, which I really like, and was just as invested as each other. I mean, working with Michael was a dream. I mean, better than a dream. He's an extraordinary actor and one of the best humans I've ever spent time with. So that was a very special thing to experience such a complex journey with him over those 6 months. And with Grace, I mean, Grace is really special. I mean, her access to emotions as a very young person, I was constantly amazed by, and her ability to focus and deliver. And Nicole is otherworldly. I mean, she's just, she would hate that, me saying that, but she just is so, she's so generous. She's so committed and invested. She makes it feel exciting and never laborious, just sort of, she's so driven and committed to everything that it's intoxicating. She's wonderful to work with. They all were. It was great. It was a really great set. Everyone trusted and supported each other, and it was a wonderful experience.
Nice. And lastly, have you ever been to a wellness retreat? And if, in an ideal situation, I know we have COVID and all of that still existing, would you visit one anytime soon after filming something like this?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everything at the moment feels like jumping into the unknown, doesn't it? So I guess, I mean, it's not something I'm not that attracted to wellness retreats, although I'm always engaged actively in wellness. So, and wellness of mind, and I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer that. I actually don't know myself. That's the answer, whether I go to a wellness retreat. I certainly asked myself as we were filming this, how, if I was in this sort of situation or really struggling with myself or within my in my life, how far would I go to reach some kind of place where I was happy with my identity and happy within myself and my relationships? I think it's an interesting question to ask yourself.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
and
you.
Yes, it's lovely talking to you. And I wish you the best with all your future endeavors.
Thanks very much.
All right.
Bye.